Hello, everybody. My name is Peter Werwine. I'm Senior Editor of Managed Healthcare Executive. And today I'm talking to Sabrina Corlette, who's founder and co-director of the Center on Health Insurance Reforms at Georgetown, and probably knows as much about health insurance and premiums and that whole ball of wax as anybody else on God's earth. So thanks for making time today.
Thank you for having me.
So I wanted to begin by asking you about the various forms of premium relief, as the insurers are calling it, that are in the news a lot lately. Every day there's a headline: Anthem, United Healthcare, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota. They've all announced various forms of premium relief. I guess people just get a break of a certain percentage. 10 to 25% seems to be fairly typical on their premiums in some future month. And you know, the explanation for this is that particularly in the second quarter, when things shut down, routine medical care kind of evaporated, or just sort of ceased to happen. Their medical expenses went down. They piled up huge reserves, and the storyline, the arc is that they're giving some of this money back. Should we just take it at face value that that's what's going on here, or are there some other things, other agendas, or other explanations?
I think if somebody gets a premium relief check in the mail or a premium relief discount off their monthly bill, they should take it and not worry about any nefarious intent. Listen, in here in Washington, in the halls of Congress, in state capitals, I think, insurers are well aware that legislators, policymakers know that they've had a good year. And when policymakers are looking for places to, find money, that they might have a target on their back. And so I think to the extent that they can generate some goodwill and good public relations by offering these premium holidays or premium discounts, that's helpful to them. The other thing is for if you're selling individual market products or small group products or large group products, there is, under the Affordable Care Act, there is this medical loss ratio requirement. A lot of states also have a medical loss ratio requirement for rate review. And to the extent that you can, right now, a lot of carriers, their medical loss ratio is very low because, as you said, they're not spending a lot on routine medical care. So if you can actually boost that ratio by getting a little bit less in premium revenue, then that's just the less that you have to pay back in rebates.
So just by way of review, I think the ACA set the MLR, the medical loss ratio, at 80% in the individual and small business market and 85% in the large employer market. And for those who maybe aren't all that familiar, MLR means that a certain percentage of the premium has to go for healthcare. So if your healthcare expenses drop, your MLR is going to drop. So in some sense, this PR, this public relations benefit, they might have had to pay back this money in MLR rebates in 2021 anyway. So it's sort of an advance on is one way to think of these premium relief efforts as sort of an advance on MLR 2021 MLR.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And I think a lot of carriers are thinking to themselves, we're going to owe this money back to policyholders anyway. And right now people are suffering. People have maybe lost their jobs or lost income. So I do think there's some of that calculus going on. But it also doesn't hurt that they may generate good headlines, goodwill with the media and with policymakers.
Sure. Now, if I'm a employee of a small business or a large employer, do I receive this premium relief, or is it up to my employer to pass it on to me?
The answer is you don't necessarily get the premium relief. It is up to the employer to pass it on.
And what is the practice? Do employers tend to open up their pocketbooks and pass it on, or is it particularly if they're in some sort of financial squeeze because of economic turbulence in 2020?
Yeah, it's a
Well,
great question, and I don't know the answer as to what the typical practice is for an employer.
okay, okay.